Hello everyone, welcome to the Codergenics YouTube channel. And today in this video, I'm going to show you a tutorial on the Redux, which is a subpart of the React.js, a JavaScript library. Yes, this is our first tutorial on JavaScript, and we are going to learn today the front end of the JavaScript library React.js. And so, without wasting any time, let's get started. Okay, so first of all, in this video, this is a part one video, and this video I am going to show you some theory-based concepts of the Redux. And this Redux is a predictable state container for JavaScript apps, which means if we are creating a JavaScript application, JavaScript applications are best suited for web-based applications. This is a predictable state container, which means this is a state container. It stores state values and it is predictable, which means we can predict what will be happening the next time. So that is the main specialty of the Redux. And second one, as the application grows, it becomes difficult to keep it organized and maintain data flow. As the React application is growing, it is becoming very difficult to keep it organized and maintain the data flow of the React application. So to solve this problem by managing the application state with a single global object, which means instead of passing it from one state to another, we will make a single global object. Okay, which means that, for example, if you are studying in your school and you want to communicate from one class to another class, and you want to communicate to another class also, and like that you want to communicate to four or five classes, you are having a big problem. But Redux will overcome this problem by creating a global communication center over there, and you just want to maintain your communication to that global communication, and that message will be passed to all the four classes over there. Okay, and that global communication center is known as store. The Redux fundamental principles help in maintaining consistency throughout your application. The fundamental principles will help you in maintaining consistency throughout your application, which makes debugging and testing easier. Comparing to the ordinary React.js, debugging and testing will be very easier over here. More importantly, it gives you live code editing. There will be a separate code editor for you, which is combined with a time traveler debugger. I'll be showing you that and all. It is flexible to go with any view layer, such as React or Angular or Vue or Beat anyone. It is flexible to go with any of these. Okay, now the principles of Redux. Three most important principles are given below. The single source of truth. I told you about the store. Single source of truth. From that communicator center, everything will be passed down to you. The state of your whole application is stored in an object tree within a single store. As the whole application state is stored in a single tree, it makes debugging very easy and development very, very faster. So that if any one of you want to access to it, you can access the store. It will take only one time or zero of one time. But if all the 24 classes of your school want to take access to it, it will also take zero of one time. That is the main specialty. And state is read only. The only way to change the state is to emit an action, an object describing what happened. This means nobody can directly change the state of your application. It is read only and it is immutable. You cannot change it. And changes are made with pure functions. To specify how the state tree is transformed by actions, you write pure reducers. A reducer is a central place where state modification takes place. Only the reducer has the access or the power to change the Redux, and the reducer is central place where state modification takes place. A reducer is a function which takes state and action as an argument and returns a newly updated state. Okay, and now coming to the core concepts. This is just a few seconds only. I'll be explaining very smoothly, and also the image action of it. Oops. Okay. Let us assume our application state is described by a plain object called initial state. Application state is initial stage, this one over here, and it has is loading, it is a boolean value false, items a list item, and has error, it is false. Every piece of code in your application cannot change the state. To change the state, you need to dispatch an action. Only an action can change the state. Okay, an action can only change the state. What is an action? An action is a plain object that describes the intention to cause change with a type property. With a type, any type of this property, if you want to make a change, the action has the plan to do it. It must have a type property which tells that the type of the action is being performed. The command for the action is as follows: return type of items request, action type is loading true payload information. That is an information that is being changed, and the type is items request. Actions and states are held together by a function called reducer. The action and the states, the action is making change to the state, and the state also is held together with it by a function called reducer. An action is dispatched with the intention to cause the change. This change is performed by a reducer. Reducer is the only way to change the states in a Redux. Okay, I told you reducer is the only way to change states in a reducer, making it more predictable, centralized, and debuggable. More predictable means we can predict the next change. Centralized, it is a centralized value. From the center, everything is being accessed and debuggable. A reducer function that handles the items request action is as follows. The reducer is declared as constant, the state is also given, and the action is also being given over here. Because pass it as an argument. Switch action dot type. What kind of type is it? If it is an items request, then return, which means that if we pass items request over here, then we return objects dot assign. The state is loading, action is loading. The default value is return state. Also, the Redux has a single store which holds the application state. You want to split your code on the basis of data handling logic. I mean, if you want to split your code on the basis of data handling logic, you should start splitting your reducers instead of stores in the Redux. So you instead of splitting the stores in the Redux, you want to go to the reducers which are present inside the stores inside the Redux. Okay, so here it is coming like this. This is the view. Okay, so from the view we dispatch the action. What kind of action? Items dot request, and we pass it to the reducers. The reducers will directly go to the store, make the changes over here, and it will pass it to here. So the state will be changed, or whatever will be present over here, it will be accessed and modified. So okay, that much is what is all about the reducers, Redux, and the stores. So I hope you like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions, please tell it to me so that I can make changes to this video, and next time I can come with a more beautiful one. And if you have any doubts, please push it in the comment section. And thank you everyone.